Manhattan area of New York. Manhattan is a kind of a Long Island with the Central Park and all the high rises. And this is iconic. The World Trade Center Tower. There's the One World Trade Observatory. I've been on top of the tower. You get a spectacular view of the Manhattan and all the Brooklyn Bridge, Manhattan Bridge, and Williamsburg Bridge, the Statue of Liberty, and all this. The symbolic height of this is 1776 feet, which is the year of American independence formation. Tragically, there were twin towers before; those were destroyed by a terrorist attack, and then they rebuilt the tower. And it was done in 2012. And then, as I told you, the height is 1776 feet or 541 meters, representing the year of American independence. And this is the iconic Manhattan area with all the sky rises and the financial district, the stock exchange where money is made and lost, and the great American companies and so on. So this is one of the most iconic areas in the whole. Manhattan in New York, and this is the famous vessel, in the Hudson Yards development. They opened the vessel, it goes in a maze fashion. They opened and closed it a few times because, people were committing suicides. And then, that's the reason each time they increase the security and, kept security guards, etc. And this is, the tall buildings are, parts of the Hudson Yards development. All these tall buildings. Hudson Yards, the important thing is it's a $35 billion investment, and they build the Hudson Yards about the railroad tracks, about the live active railroad tracks. So that's very spectacular lightings and, during the Christmas time, right? Lights and, a lot of lights. And this is, the vessel, the iconic vessel in between the Hudson Yards. We had a tour of the Hudson Yards, and the tour guide was telling a lot of stories about each of those buildings, how spectacularly they were built, what are the, financial and other implications behind each of those buildings, and the spectacular lights. And it's really so beautiful and amazing. This is Hudson Yards in Manhattan, New York. I'm right in Manhattan, America. And this is the World Trade Tower that was tragically it was destroyed. There were two towers before, and then they built a new tower in place of that one. It's 1776 feet. 1776 being year when America was formed, and it's so 541 meters. It's really spectacular. I just had been through the observation deck, and this is where the memorial for this, and where they had written the names of the people who tragically died in that attack. Actually, and this is the the water splashes in the pool and so on. So this is the the memorial. It's called the 9/11 memorial.
Okay.
Top of a buggy, but this is on top of the World Trade Center Tower, which is 541 meters long and a spectacular view of the Manhattan. I'm at the top of the One World Trade Center, and this is a spectacular Manhattan, and then the spectacular Brooklyn Bridge, the Manhattan Bridge, and the Williamsburg Bridge, and spectacular Manhattan. That side is the Statue of Liberty, and then the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, and this side is all the Manhattan other towers, the Empire State Building. Yesterday I've been there, and that side is Hudson River Development. So this is Manhattan, and sitting on top of the One World Trade Center, which is 541 meters long. Feet, it's 1776 feet, which is the year of formation of America. So symbolically, so on top of the world. Good. Manhattan, New York, and this is the iconic, the pier, and this is the East River, and that's like the helicopter, and then that's a famous Brooklyn Bridge, and behind that is the Manhattan Bridge and the Williamsburg Bridge, and this is we are nearly at the tip of Manhattan Island, and these are all the tall buildings, and Wall Street is just lurking around, so it's just lurking around. So this is the South Financial District, and this is Manhattan, one of the most iconic places in the whole world. I'm in Manhattan, New York, and this is the iconic New York Stock Exchange. I studied international finance and business and wanted to be on the stock exchange, like a derivatives trader or a stock trader. And this is, the tagline is the world puts stock in us. Generally, stock exchange deals in, equities, debt instruments, and derivatives. Then there are also commodity exchanges, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, Chicago Board of Trade. So this is this is the world's, we can call it as emperor of stock exchanges, or, emperor of securities exchanges, because the turnover is in trillions, Nvidia crossed 4 trillion recently. So this is the iconic, New York Stock Exchange, and, the biggest exchange in the world. Every country has its own exchanges generally, and every capital or, financial capital has one. And this is the emperor of stock exchange, the biggest stock exchange in the world. This is the Metropolitan Opera in New York, more popularly called the Met. I love operas, ballets, Latin music, and salsa. And this is the place where spectacular operas are made. I watch them all through on the TV and Metropolitan the streaming. And I love operas. Operas mainly are from European languages like Italian, German, and so on. All the spectacular productions are really, really spectacular. I think it houses about 3,800 or something seats. And a spectacular opera house in the whole world. I'm in Manhattan, New York, and this is the famous Radio City, famous for the Rocketer show that has more than 300 kicks and the falling soldiers and so on. It has been 100 years since the show is on. This is a spectacular, the Manhattan, all the high-rise buildings in Manhattan. One of the most iconic spaces in the whole world. Falling soldiers and all those stuff. So it usually plays for about 6 weeks. Other than that, this is an iconic place of the world, one of the greatest entertainment venues in the whole world, almost a century old. So this is Radio City, the iconic Radio City in Manhattan, New York. In New York, and the spectacular, probably the largest auditorium in the world and the best venue. They are celebrating the 100 years of Rocketeers. Rocketeers is a very musical program with with more than 300 kicks and the falling soldiers and all those. It was lucky to actually meet one of the dancers and to have interactions with her. So it was spectacular. This is Radio City. This is the edge. Actually, you're able to see the edge from here. That's like the edge here. This is the Hudson Yards development. It's a new development costing about $35 million. This is the edge. This dark thing appears in many observation towers. Yeah, this tower also has this dark thing, dark tunnel kind of thing passage.
There's gonna be a video for you. Move, girl.
This is the edge at Hudson Yards, and this is the edge. And, this is a very new development. They have developed it with a cost of about $35 billion. We just came out of the lift into the viewing gallery, and this is called. There is something known as edge, in which you go out a bit. It's like scary, like Chicago ledge, and in Chicago there is one more building where you slide tilt a bit. With the this is like So this is the edge. So this is, we are going out into the balcony. So this is the view of the Manhattan. We see the One World Trade Center Tower, the tallest, 76 feet, iconically representing the year of American independence, 541 meters. And that's like, the south downtown, and then this is the mid downtown. Actually, between the middle and this is, we are in the midtown kind of. And there are not so many super tall buildings, because the bedrock to reach the foundation level is very deep here in this part. In that part, you can reach it a bit more quickly, as well as in this part that we are standing, because you have the Empire State Building, you have the Rock, and you have the Rockefeller Center Rock, and this is the Edged Observatory. So this we are seeing the Hudson River with the New Jersey on this side. This is all New Jersey, and this is all New Jersey, and this is all New Jersey. This is all New Jersey, New Jersey, then Hudson River, and then we are seeing the Manhattan, New York. Manhattan is an iconic place of the world because it has all skyscrapers, and all these iconic skyscrapers. The financial district, the money is it's almost the world's financial capital. New York and London are almost the world's financial capitals. And then this is the East River. There you also see Statue of Liberty, very tiny. And then you have this. This is the South District, and in between the Manhattan you see these buildings. And then this is the Hudson Yards development. This is a very recent development. They developed into a railroad track, so it's very complicated development. And then you see on the roads, the vehicles are looking like tiny ants actually. And it's very funny to seeing those vehicles so small, right? And this is broadly we'll go to the other areas as well. This is as you go to. Yeah, I'm just moving the camera through. So this is the edge here. They're looking like ants actually.
Yeah, they look like little maggots.
Yeah, little ants, yeah. So I'm on top of the edge, and you see the cars are like looking like tiny ants in the road actually, and they're amazing. It's actually, yeah, both scary and amazing, yeah, exciting. These are like the JP Morgan building. This is the JP Morgan building. Then you have, this is the Chrysler building we are seeing now. Then we have the, where is Empire State Building is right across. And then, yeah, you have these JP Morgan buildings. These are slender buildings in the Billionaires Row. This is the most slender building. And then the Billionaires Row. And yeah, these are the three slender buildings. There are 4 to 5 slender buildings in the Billionaire Row, but these three are the most prominent. Like the Steinway Towers, the most slender building here. Sorry, this is the most slender building. Then one more built on top of. This is built on top of the Steinway Towers. They bought the air rights actually of the buildings adjacent, which means those buildings can never come up. So this is the remaining Midtown Manhattan. It's spectacular. I mean, you see this towers, right? Yeah, this is Empire State Building, and then then the roads are looking like tiny, like small dots actually. If you really look at on top of the buildings, there's some fans. Generally, some fans will be blowing for heating, cooling purposes. This is like the edge, and this is the central Manhattan. So this is like Empire State Building is looking right across here. This is the George Washington Bridge. They say this bridge is the most busiest bridge in the United States. Millions of vehicles pass through every year. So then we see the northern part of Manhattan, and it goes to the Harlem River, and then the Bronx, and so on. And this side you have the Queens, of course. And once you cross the Manhattan, the magical part of Manhattan is from the south side of the park actually. And so this is like this is really these buildings are like really very scary. Yeah, I don't know how they build this Manhattan. This is the edge actually. This is the edge, and it looks like this, a triangular sheet.
Right here, we're 1,130. Yes. I forget months. It went up so fast.
Year and 45 days.
Building what?
Year and 45 days.
Okay.
It's amazing, I mean, how they built it.
And back there, they
You see the pictures?
This is the edge. I'm standing on the edge actually. This is like really scary. I'm on top of the edge. It's like, very scary. Just a glass bottom and nothing else, Hudson Yards development, and this is called the edge. And you see, when you look down, it's like, the vehicles are looking like small ants and creatures, and this is very scary bit. And then there, that side is the Statue of Liberty, the One World Trade Tower, which is 176 feet, 0 from the this is like, the edge, that's the perfect building. And if you come this side, then you have the Empire State Building, East River, JP Morgan Building, the Billionaire Club is the Commander Building, Building. And this is the Hudson River, the George Washington Bridge, the most busiest bridge in the United States. And they are just, this is like, the bridge. I'm sitting on the ledge, so when you look down, it's like scary.
Okay, you're welcome. Ay, Dios mío, ¿por qué? Sí, a ver, después me han puesto
So this is the we are just inside after the edge, climbing the edge and just inside. You see this some fancy This is the New Jersey and New York side with the Hudson River and the yards and this was the hero during the Second World War. Oh, you can do something with it?
Yeah.